I'll go out and.
How weird. I don't know why it's doing that. Whoop, there we go. For some reason, usually StreamYard will mute us during the countdown, and today it decided not to, so I had to mute us, and then we showed up muted. Sorry about that, everybody. Welcome in tonight. Appreciate you all. Thank you for being a sun seeker and coming over to South Florida Sunshine Tropicals. And tonight I had found an article, and I thought it would be fun to just, go over some of the article and see if they were right in their predictions about what would be big this past spring. It's kind of weird saying that because now you guys are out of spring. We still, it feels like spring, of course, in South Florida almost all the time. If you compare it to a northern spring. But I want to welcome everybody in who came in. And thank you, Ms. Sharon, for your gift. That was so sweet of you. They really help. I want to thank my members too, who are coming in. Thank you so much for your support of this channel and just sewing into this channel. I just really appreciate it. It really helps out. I can do more things too on video and, just spending more time with the channel when I have an income coming in from YouTube. Because I don't know if many of you know it, but for a whole year, I did not make a check because I really I couldn't put a lot into it. But if I can tell my husband that I'm making a little money, he might okay, go do that instead of making it like, oh, you're doing that. We really need to do this instead. So I want to welcome in Brenda, Duncan 1900 Homestead. You were the first one in tonight. And Homestead Aquarius, thank you for coming in. Appreciate you. Homestead Aquarius is one of our members. And Ms. Sharon is one of our members, and she gifted some memberships. I'll have to see if I can see them, like Diva and I know Shawnee are able to go over and look at those. Actually, Robin found them last time, but she's had under a storm and the connection's a little bit weird up there. But I thought it sounded good. And thank you, Ann's Place, for coming in. And of course, my co-host right now and through our other evenings and over on Divas, and sometimes we get up to go on Shawnee's, is Miss Robin Gardens. And if you've checked out her she just had a video on all different types of potatoes that she grows. So you'll have to go over and check that video out. It's pretty good. It's pretty informative. I enjoyed it. And I was kind of like, why are you having our weather in Chicagoland?
Amen.
And hi, Janet.
The 7th.
Yeah, it's crazy. Hi, the Bud Files. Welcome in. That was actually that's
complaining because there's going to be white stuff all too soon.
Yes, yeah, that's true. A lot of people are like, "Oh, it's so hot, I can't wait," and then they stop themselves. I'm like, well, although I know Shawnee, they enjoy the snow, I guess because of the kids and getting to do things with the family. So she missed it last year when they barely got any. But I'm not like that type of cold person. I can handle it a little bit, but not snow. So one of the first things I'm going to say, this is from Good Housekeeping. I'm going to pull up the article so you guys can see what I'm referring to. It's 8 gardening trends you're going to see everywhere this spring. And we're going to see if they were correct. Now, you'll forgive me. I am not watching the chat right this second. I am trying to sort out where I am on the StreamYard side. So their first one was more chaos. And they have beautiful picture, more chaos, less organization. So I'm always this way, so I don't know, I don't see it as a trend. It's you don't have to necessarily have gardens that are orderly. They talk about the plants running amok in nature, and gardening pros are expecting people to lean into the natural appearance by foregoing detailed planning and trusting the process more. It's funny, that's what GT Junior says, trust the process. Following the popularity of chaos gardening in the past year, we're seeing a greater interest from gardeners in planting seeds and being surprised by what grows rather than meticulously planning your garden to yield specific results. I don't know. What do you think of that, Robin? As far as like for annuals, you kind of have to have your plan going, but I
So
like,
I
how do
think
you?
chaos works well for some things, I mean,
Right,
thinking vegetables, because you can't have things outcompete each other. So
right.
you could put carrot seed together with radish seed and maybe lettuce, and pull the radishes out early, the lettuce, cut and come again. And then
Yeah,
the the carrots would come through, but you just competition isn't a vegetable's friend. So I don't know.
right. Yeah, I'm thinking they're thinking more like, and I'll show the beautiful picture. Hey, Willick Rowe, welcome in. Good to
There-
see you.
There's there's a channel in South Carolina, and she does a lot of chaos gardening with vegetables.
Okay. Yeah, I'm curious, like, especially with root vegetables, I would imagine you have to have that kind of planned out because they really do need more input and space. But maybe not like, I don't know, maybe you deal with a small beet and the rest are pretty good size. But this is really what they're showing as chaos. That still looks somewhat planned. It kind of looks planned to me. Even though it's chaotic, it's got grouping, so it's like they kind of planned it to me.
I would say this is more my style also.
Yeah.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of something else. But
Mhm.
it
Like
looks kind of
planned.
natural and so forth, but
Mhm.
it's planned.
Yeah, it's planned chaos, I would say too. Like I've seen your garden and you have that. I love that where there's a little bit of flowers and then you've got a vegetable and then you've got something else. And I love that. And I love the different heights and everything in your garden. It's beautiful. Absolutely. Um, the other thing, we're gonna just kind of breeze through these. Let me see. The other thing they were saying is, and we saw this with Shawnee, and we all were jealous of it because it looks like a Monet painting, an increase in wildflower gardening. Uh, I would say we're seeing an increase in that. What do you think as far as what you're seeing in your neck of the woods with the wildflower gardening?
Definitely you see, you know, well, the first place you see it is on the seed shelves. Lots
Mhm.
more combination packages of flowers and so forth available
Right.
at all price points. And you are so correct about Shawnee's wildflower
Like,
kit. Breathtaking.
it was breathtaking, absolutely. She has her butterfly garden. For those of you who haven't gone over to Shawnee Grows, go and check out her channel. She has a wildflower specific garden, and then she also has a butterfly garden. Both are loaded with flowers, and she's done some shorts where she's just kind of panned over her flowers. And as two people who have gone to art school, I saw a lot of like that reminded me of Monet. Like when Monet would paint and how
Yeah.
he would have it just was that well, it was just so beautiful. I don't know. I don't know if you can say well done because she kind of said it was chaos. It was like just get the seed packets out there and let's empty the seed packets. But it just didn't look like it just looked beautiful. So yeah, I'm gonna have to try and do more. I know, like you said, I bought a selection that was a variety. Hey, Tibor 101, welcome in. It was an edible variety, but then I started reading and I'm like, what are these? Are just herbs, flowering herbs. But here was their picture, an example of the
Yeah,
lovely wildflower
I did
gardening. We
that.
don't have poppies down here. That I miss those when I go up north and I see the poppies in the center of some of the really long highways and into the mountains when I was up in New Hampshire. Oh, there she is. I know she's doing. She's busy. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's so true, Shawnee. But we don't have the red poppies growing anywhere down here, the California poppies that I've seen. Let me take that one off too.
Yeah,
Robin, what were you going to say? I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry, the red gem blend, the pansies.
Mm-hmm.
There was some chervil in there. Uh,
Mm,
and it was nice. It kind of got me out of my box to,
right.
put some flowers
Yeah,
on.
your garden's beautiful too. Like the more I see your channel and the more I see what you've got growing, it's just gorgeous. I love your style. Um, down here, the flowers, it's like they either do really well or they don't, and they look terrible and they die off.
I bet they're
Like
probably
something
happier.
eats them.
You're probably
Huh?
happier in your winter, right?
Yes, they are. A lot of them are. Like the nasturtiums are happier in our winter.
Yeah.
They suffer when it starts to get our springtime. And you guys are like growing them and they're huge during springtime. And I look up there and I'm like, oh, it's so pretty. Mine look like they're fried.
And they're
They're
tasty.
yellow.
That peppery flavor.
I love that. So tasty. Big bag. There we go. Here's the advice. Just buy a really big bag of mixed wildflowers and broadcast them into the bare earth before rain. I'm telling you, it did not look, it looked like you did, but it didn't. It just looked like Monet rolled out one of those. You know how they have those, the rollout, and you're just supposed to water it and they never seem to come up like they promise? It's like a sheet that you can roll out that has the seeds in
Oh
it.
yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, yeah. And I've tried them before as a beginning gardener, and I was like, okay, I got like 3, and the rest, the weeds came up through instead. But that's what it looked like, Shawnee. Like you just rolled out Monet's garden if you could order it and just watered it in, and it came up. So pretty.
I
But
can't
that's
find
the advice. Go ahead.
I can't find a picture, but the garden meadow that I created for the Door County kitchen garden
Oh,
was
yeah, I'd like,
was a very planted out meadow.
oh, that would be
It
pretty.
wasn't
Yeah, if
just
you,
it wasn't scattered, and I picked the flowers specifically because they were helpful to the vegetables in one way or the other. They brought in like the parasitic wasps or the hoverflies, or they had some quality,
right.
as well as being pretty, and it turned out marvelous.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to see those pictures. Yeah, and you're dealing with a different environment over there in Turkey too, more of a Mediterranean, very hot. And then I think, do you guys get the cooler like evenings, and then you do have kind of a winter, right? Or am I wrong? I'm just going off of like you hanging out with us and what I can remember, and the memory isn't always that great. But the next one is actually kind of for you, Anne, with some of the plants that they're showing. And let me bring up the banner. Adopting environmental conditions into your garden and basically making sure you're planning with them. And for their picture, they have a lot of beautiful succulents, which might serve you well. And some of the things like we grow here might serve you well too, Anne, except for actually Kevin. Oh, did I do that wrong again? Is it Kevin? It's not Kevin. Where's my Shawnee? It is Kevin. Because we call him Kevin and Eric because he has one name when he shaves and one name when he keeps a beard.
Oh, for
He's
epic
epic
gardening.
gardening. Yeah,
um,
epic gardening.
Eric
So oh,
and Kevin.
we call them both. And then there's Jacques, his his
Yeah,
side.
faithful
Uh,
side.
yeah, faithful sidekick. But his climate in San Diego might be closer to what you can grow, because it is more Mediterranean than mine. Mine's more tropical. Let me see. We had extra warm summer with no less than 7 heat waves. No, thank you. I'm so sorry. 7 heat waves sound awful.
Yeah, I
Yes,
did.
Kevin, thank you is the true name. I got it right, and then I was like, "Is that right, or is it?" Because I always call him Eric by accident. Oh, it's beautiful. Hold on, let me make you big. Where is it? Oh, it's not letting me do it. Hold on. Let me see if I have to do a setting. Maybe. Nope, not me. Come on. Nope. Oh, there, it did it. Wait a minute. Let me go back to that. And I'll
So
just get
that's the kitchen garden in July when the
beautiful.
poppies were, taking over. And then when the poppies faded, the most dominant flower in there was the zinnias, which aren't showing anything but green at that point.
Yeah,
But there's
beautiful.
alyssum, there was purple salvia, there was, again, I chose them primarily because of their function to draw in good stuff for the vegetables
Right,
and
right. And that
hopefully outmaneuver the baddies that come in.
I know. And there were so many baddies this spring. That's one thing I don't know if that's on the list. I can't remember. Actually, further down on the list is what you were hinting on. I think that is. Let me see. No, I don't see it now. Oh, hold on. I'm looking at the list trying to see something, but this is the other one is using bold colors in the garden was going to be popular. I always like bold colors, but I also like rotating through, like trying maybe a plant that like a couple plants that have that same color. And then for a while they had, and I wanted to try them, but they really weren't going with my zone where they were having all these different black varieties of flowers and black varieties, tomatoes. And I really wanted, but it just wasn't panning out for my garden. But yes, the use of bold colors. This one uses like the colors. I love the reds and the hot pinks, but
Mm.
that's just beautiful. Looks like snapdragons in there somewhere, maybe some salvia. So pretty.
I've gone into
Um,
the garden center with a plan, oh, this
yeah.
year it's going to be primarily peach and purple. That's what I'm
Yes.
going to do. And then it's
Yeah.
like goes to heck in a handbasket as soon as I see, oh, Proven Winners has the new blah blah blah. I think I need one of those. And oh, look at this one.
Yes. Yeah, I can never stick to a plan either once I see which ones are actually looking fantastic, and then I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna have to scrap my plan because that's just not gonna work." Yeah, and especially if you need something right away that's kind of blooming just to brighten it up. I know, isn't that gorgeous, Anne? I don't know if that's for our zones, though. Maybe in winter. Maybe in
And
winter.
the ones in the back look like dahlias, the tall ones in the front.
Yeah. I did
And
plant
then
dahlias.
in
They
the front,
rotted and
like that annual salvia.
yeah, salvia does okay here until it
I'm not
just
quite
doesn't.
sure what's in the
Is
middle
that
zone there, though.
coxcomb or what is that one? I know, it's not big enough to tell.
Oh,
Let me see.
yeah, celosia or something like that. Celosia.
Okay, so then, yeah, some of those we could grow in our spring, but our spring is like end of yours, like our spring flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how weird. Yeah, StreamYard's being strange tonight too, because it just blotted out Anne's gorgeous on my side chat, guys. So, and before when I was opening YouTube tonight, it put up my video and just my icon, and all the writing was down like here, and this was all black on YouTube's side. So I don't know
Wow.
what's going on. Yeah, so it might be
I
some
always
internet.
envy I always envy people who can do this with just perennials. So you've got
Mhm.
this perennial going, it fades, and then this one takes over,
Right.
and they time that so well. I
Right.
have perennials like that, but I always have to
Right.
stick a few annuals here and there to kind of fill in and keep it going.
Yeah, that might have had a little help or something. I was looking at that too, Tibor. The grass looks like golf course green. Where I know, no, I don't know. It's La La Land in this magazine. Grab these pictures. It's funny because I saw one of the pictures and I was like, okay, you're using stock photos because that's not even. I know what it is. It's coming up, and you'll see it too as a gardener. Oh, red's one of your favorites. That's my daughter's. She was like the quietest little girl, and then once I was like, what's your favorite color, Hannah? And she like pointed to it. She's like, she just pointed to it. She couldn't even like say it at that point. It was just like red. Oh, there's a little spiciness in there. You are like your mama. So cute. That's why I can't get rid of the wild. Oh, wait a minute. I'm reading it. Anne says, that's why I can't get rid of the wild rose bush in my garden. It has beautiful tiny. Oh, yeah, then don't. Why would you? No. Garden around it. Keep it. Absolutely. I wouldn't get rid of things that are doing well. I might move them if I can, possibly. But if they're doing really well and they're beneficial, keep it as my. Especially if it's surviving without me, keep it. Especially if it's producing fruit, keep it. Let me get on to the next picture here. Oh my goodness, there's just too many things I have open at one time. So I'm clicking around and getting lost in all the clicks. All right. So then the next one is tapping into nostalgia. Now that one, I need to go to the actual article. Hold on and scroll down to that and see what they're really talking about. I have a beautiful picture to share, but let's see. Trends tend to repeat themselves. Some say fashion trends have a 20-year cycle, and gardening is no stranger to that repetition. As nostalgia continues to influence design trends, aesthetics like cottagecore will remain popular as well. Sears says she expects gardeners to plant more traditional favorites like poppy, cornflower, and nasturtium. You can even buy a cottage garden mix to make it easier. Yay! Cottage style gardens bring back nostalgic memories to the popular styles of past generations, especially of people's grandparents and parents. And then the 50s saw tons of brightly colored flowers, garden gnomes, and the 60s popularized informal gardens with natural aesthetics. So tapping into nostalgia of the cottage style gardens and informal natural gardens with wildflowers are expected to make a comeback. I would say, yeah, that definitely happened. We even have a cottage gardener down here in Florida. She's got a cottage style garden, but it's with all like what you said. She does it with kind of perennials and then pops a few annuals in there, but they're for our warm climate. Now there's the nostalgia garden example that they give, and then it's got a nice, really pretty wood archway in the background. That'd probably be hard to see if you're on a phone. Oh, hi, Passamaquoddy. Welcome in, hon.
So even on the vegetable side, nostalgia's come around again and again. The
Mm-hmm.
Victory Garden and the Victory
Yep.
Garden format
Yep.
um, was kind of had a resurgence, let's
Mm-hmm.
say 4 or 5 years ago.
Right.
And I would almost imagine that it might make another resurgence because of the push for food security.
Yes, I agree. I agree. Yeah, I think
You
right
know?
around the time I started watching Jess from Roots and Refuge is when I was trying to come back to the garden. I had tried a victory garden in my garden, which was the wrong time to try and do the victory plants. Uh, 10 years ago. It's probably actually now closer to 13. But it was like right around the time when we moved in after I was done working on the house. I wanted to get a garden started and I wanted to do a victory garden like my grandparents did. And yeah, that was my whole experience with tomatoes and doing them at the wrong time and them getting eaten and the hornworms eating them alive. That's why when I saw Jess with that, it was either her or somebody else who had the flashlight you mentioned on your channel when we were talking in comments.
Yep, hers was the first place I ever saw it.
And I found it after you and I were messaging. I'm like, I need to find where I put that because Malachi grabs it and then he's got it and then I put it up somewhere and then I forget where I put it because it's out of sight. I didn't get a chance to go out with it tonight, but I'm going to maybe after the live or I'm going to tomorrow night and see what comes up. It is kind of working, but I thought it would be more like ultraviolet. And for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, you use an ultraviolet flashlight. Let me see if I can do it off because it's got a flash setting, right? It's like the blue light where you're, what is it? Boots and cats and boots and cats. when you used to maybe go out to the bar or dancing, and maybe that wasn't a part of your life. I'm sorry, that's all I can relate to. Maybe roller skating, and your laces would glow, or anything white would glow on you. Well, it does the same thing to hornworms and certain bugs, so you can find them easier at night in the garden and pick them off your plants before they do too much damage. The ones that at the time I knew not to try corn, as my dad had already told me it doesn't grow well here, although I think it's one of our Florida crops, so I don't know what they do to make it grow. Tomatoes was big. It was peas. I don't know if it was green beans, corn. I can't remember right now, Miss Sharon. Those were the main ones. Like it was green beans, tomatoes, corn, peas, carrots, like all the typical that you would go to the grocery store for to make meals. Like it's none of the wild ones like that I have to grow, like my yams from, Africa and Asia. You definitely need a blue light. Yeah, Janet, they help us down here, right? Mm-hmm. Yes, the peppers I need. That's exactly where I was going to go with mine. My jalapeno peppers. Because my jalapeno peppers are only getting this big, but I was going to show and I didn't bring them in here. I just brought in my Barbados. I didn't even do my showing.
Here's an image of a victory garden for a family of 5.
Awesome. Okay, I'll bring it up. Oh, it's not popping up. Come on, there you go. Oh, it's really hard to see. Yeah. Is there any way to click on the picture to make the picture larger and then share that instead? Or it says it at the top.
Try that again.
There. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can make it bigger. No. Oh, it went away. Where'd it go?
I don't know. Oh! I stink at this. We need Shawnee.
No, you did fine. Please welcome to the stage, Miss Diva in the Dirt. Hey, I was going to bring you up.
Hey. I bring myself up.
Is that better?
Okay. Wait, there it is. Yes, that's fine. There we go.
There we go.
It's not giving me. Okay, wait. There's the maximize. Yeah, it's not. It's tiny. Maybe you could read some of those off to us, Robin, since you've got it.
This one's kind of the most circulated Victory Garden format. It's a 25 by 50 plot, and then they tell you, how much of each and what you should put in, and then what succession to follow it. So like onions followed by lettuce followed by spinach, beets followed by collards followed by beets, onions followed by parsley and mixed herbs. And then, there's also like broccoli, tomatoes, carrots, bush beans, parsnips.
Wow.
And it's very specific. And this is, intended to feed a family of 5 in a 25 by 50 plot.
Really, really nice. And I just saw Jana said that here, let me take this down. Her and I think it was her grand. Wait a minute. I can't. I'm hitting the wrong button. There we go. The kids and I harvested our sweet potatoes last week. Sweet potato French fries tomorrow. Yummy. Sorry, Maureen. I heard Marissa and I was trying to hear Robin. I couldn't. That's why. I wasn't muting you to be mean. I'm not like that.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
Usually they're not that loud, but I think they're canning.
Oh.
Her friend is over and they're canning in the kitchen.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I have not had sweet potatoes in years. Not a veggie you find here. I'm surprised. I'm surprised they don't grow it there. Maybe it's the soil that's there. Huh. In such a warm climate.
Mm.
That's kind of surprising. Well, we were going through, let's see, what banner we hold on, let me find it. Tapping into nostalgia we did, and then Robin just showed us that was great for the Victory Garden. I didn't realize there were so many vegetables because it was over like 13 years ago when I tried some of them. Okay, here's the next one. Prioritizing eco-friendly gardening methods would be big. I think that was kind of big, and we've like some of our channels have talked about that. Hold on, let me find the picture for that one. But oh, this is the one I said you guys are going to know. This is a stock picture when you see it. Because we're talking about spring gardening. Wait till you see it. Do those look like spring crops she's got? All of those? Looks like cooler.
Oh, yes, those
maybe.
carrots. Very much so. Mhm.
Here, that wouldn't survive for spring. It even says on the picture itself, even says it, that it's a fall crop, autumn harvest, royalty free image. And it was in their article. So I guess it is from spring. It's just you're harvesting in autumn. Okay, I'll give them that. Yeah, it counts. Down here, that would not be our harvest, but you know, Florida's way different. But the prioritizing eco-friendly, I do believe you're seeing a lot more people lean towards getting away from plastics and things like that, organic, gardening, eliminating the use of synthetic fertilizers or pesticides, which can have negative impacts on the environment, especially waterways and lakes and rivers, and on humans' health. Because people too are eating more organically, and then just even living more sustainably, environmental friendly, choices like Dave and I have talked about, even in our clothes, trying to get away from polyesters and plastics in our clothes, that it's even better for your body to remove those. And then switching over from, like the plastic dinner, anything like storageware, to stainless steel and glass. We've talked about that too. Oh, thank you, Shawnee. Look at you in the side chat, even dropping this stuff. Love you.
I would like to see more Americans stop using styrofoam and paper plates for their everyday meals. It's just so bad.
I hate that when they said, I just actually got something and I was really upset about it, that they packed it in styrofoam. I was like not happy about it.
When I visited, this was many years ago, I visited my family down in Jacksonville, Florida, and also when we were in Mississippi. Now, granted, when it's a big crowd of people, I understand, you got to do the paper plates. We're feeding 30, 40 people.
Right.
But this was in my cousin's home, and they've got dishes in the cabinet. They're all there. But they any meal that they're having, it was styrofoam plates. And coming from a very, very recycling community here on the island, and like, because we do bottle returns, so you get 10 cents for every single bottle you return. And they were throwing the water bottles all into the fire and the styrofoam into the and it was like,
in the fire.
But at my cousin's home, it was like, yeah, that's
we'll
really
just
good.
Burn it afterwards. That's so gross. Okay, that down where I am, that doesn't happen as much, I would say, in the South, because we are just so more water oriented. Like we're so close to
that's
the
the
water,
thing.
but you will see it. Like solo cups are real big in the South. Like that's a thing. Like the solo cup is a thing. And the solo plates. But with my parents, what you would do, you wouldn't throw those away. No. They go in the dishwasher and you use them again. You recycle the solo plate. Like, no, they're the more expensive disposables. We'll just put those in the dishwasher.
Yeah. I think they shouldn't even be allowed to make styrofoam anymore.
Yeah,
like
no,
styrofoam
I don't think they
plates,
should either.
They shouldn't even be allowed.
No, they
anyway,
shouldn't.
Sorry for that little side rabbit trail.
Totally welcomed. I don't buy that stuff. I'd rather wash.
The other eco thing that's popular is to recycle in the garden.
Right.
Yes. Recycling various things to plant in, repurposing, upcycling.
Yes. That was actually going to be a new segment, because Diva has her show and tell. And I was like, well, I can't call mine show and tell, but I kind of do a little show and tell here and there. But mine is more like I eat stuff. I show you what I bought for the
show
garden.
and eat.
I show and eat, and I do have stuff here. I have something here that I was going to eat.
We're going to
and
show and eat.
also things I bought for the garden. So I was like, well, it's going to be like a bought, recycle, reuse segment. Like I think we'll do, and then the eating will be something else. But yeah, I've noticed that too, Robin. And I keep driving by this mattress base, or an old mattress. Actually, it's got springs, and that's all that's left. Is it's just a wall of springs, and I keep looking at that. I'm thinking, why hasn't a gardener taken that? Like, I can't take it in my car that I have, but because it's like a queen or a full, and I'm like, why is that still there? Every time I drive by it, and it's behind like this, I don't know if it was like a garbage receptacle. I don't know what was there before, but it's just standing there, and it's
So
still
cool.
there. Yeah, I'm like, somebody take that for vining plants, please.
Exactly. It would be brilliant.
I should put a sign on it.
I'm up at the Wisconsin place, and my brother was up here with his wife and some of her family, and he went to the garbage place and tossed out the garbage, and a guy was putting a bed frame. And so he texts me right away, do you want this? Do you want this? I'm like, absolutely. So saved it from the garbage, and it'll be a feature up here.
Right. Yes, recycling in the garden. I love that. Yeah. I don't use styrofoam either. Yeah. Go ahead.
I have we've picked up like a headboard and a footboard, and then sanded it down, and then basically made it into 2 benches, Marissa and I. And so when I do see somebody's throwing those out, it's like, you just have to have the seat. All your legs are done. And so you just have to, and so now you've got, restain it so that it can be out in the elements. And now you've got yourself a beautiful repurposed bench. So we've made two benches with backs, and then just a regular, like a picnic bench type thing, just a square, like just a rectangle that we have out in the front and it's just great when you're in the middle of gardening. I think I'd like to sit. So I have, I think, at least 1, maybe 2 more bed frames in my studio that I need to get to, and they've been there for a few years. Anyway,
I know I have those projects all over. Above ground pool ladder, and that's been great. That's kind of cool. I remember those.
That's fantastic.
That's a great reuse. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Yep. And you're reusing the ice cream containers for your hydroponic tomatoes is a really cool idea too, Janet. I like that. I've seen people do that with frosting.
Food grade. It's food grade plastic.
Yep, food grade plastic. Right. I've seen that with the frosting containers from bakeries. I'm surprised you don't have any ceramic, though. Some people are going back to ceramic, like the natural ceramics, Tibor. You got rid of the ceramic coatings, huh? Yeah, I know some of them, the older ceramics, they can have heavy metals in them, so you have to be careful.
Yeah, I don't buy any with the ceramic coatings.
Yeah,
myself, but yeah, there's so many things that you can do as practical things, or even for decor. But everybody thinks, well, I got to have all of these fancy little things, and it's like, nope. I buy my 5-gallon buckets. They're used. I think they're used at the dairy plant. And so again, they're food grade, and they've only had, like, some of them, they'll smell like orange, it'll smell like lemon, like, so it's a flavoring of some sort. And I get the buckets like for $2.50 each, and and you go, I can drill holes, and now I can just grow in that bucket rather than spending $10 at the orange or the blue store, right?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And reusing that. Here's the picture for the next one, the gardening. And I know Shawnee and I have talked about this, and Diva's hit on it too. It's gardening to improve mental health. And Shawnee's done stuff about, the gardening in your brain. And I've done things like that too, but I can't ever remember like she does, how she could just be like, and I have a live on. I don't know. I've been doing this for, I don't know, seems like 6 years now, I think, and I don't remember what my lives are about. Just go check them out. Once they're out, it frees up space up here, so I don't remember it anymore, so I can go on to my next thing. Yes,
Well,
the
usually
frosting,
also
you do that. Well, go
Shawnee
ahead.
goes and Shawnee, what she does is she, when it's not her live, when she's on ours, she'll go and find that video, and she finds it pretty fast and then puts it up, which is awesome.
That's true. She'll do that too. I
Mhm,
get
mhm.
frosting. Yeah, I bet it smells really good too when you get the frosting buckets for free.
Mm.
Oh, it'll eventually come off from the heating cycles. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, if you're putting them in your dishwasher, but I'm watching people who are using like hand formed clay and things like that, like and the I don't know. No, I'm too much. I took pottery. I can't just no to ceramics. That just seems wrong. Just no, it's from the earth. Just seems wrong.
It's a
Not,
it's
not there
the
yet.
finishes because they had lead in them.
Yes, it's the old one.
Mhm,
Yes, the
mhm.
glazes could have some interesting things in them. I will give them that. Hey, Cece,
I
welcome in.
definitely say the 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 garden is an absolute benefit for my personal mental health. Whenever
Mm.
I'm struggling or having a bad time, I just need to go out and sit in my happy place and,
Right.
I get a lift.
Yes,
Hmm.
absolutely. How about you, Diva?
Nope.
No,
No?
you're just tired of it. Just like too much work.
Too much for me to see what I need to do. Probably a good way for my mental health is when I go out and let the chickens out, and spend time with them. That's something that would improve my mental health. I would say it probably does improve my mental health, but in my like what I'm experiencing at the moment, it's not something that I go, yeah. If my garden was all intact, a few little weeds here and there, it's fine. But what's going on in my gardens right now is like what's going on in my head. So no.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh,
Totally
there you go,
understand.
right there. She just put it up.
Yep.
Protect your
They
brain
do talk.
health.
There you go. They do talk about putting your hands in the soil, and Shawnee has talked about that too, that it's actually scientific, that there are
Hmm.
bacteria that comes from the
Beneficial
soil that
bacteria.
go and help our serotonin in our brain. And working with plants is proven to help with stress management, depression, and anxiety. Gardening helps you get the physical benefits of moving around and using your body while soaking up. And I know Dave and I have mentioned this, you get the sun too, vital nutrients from the soil
Hmm.
and the sun. And especially as you
Hmm.
get older, you need that vitamin D from the sun. So don't dip yourself in anything to get rid of that because that goes right into your bloodstream and that's a whole nother life. Um, find a way to protect yourself, but careful with all that slathering on of stuff. Growing your own flowers and produce also provides beautiful blooms to brighten up your space and fresh, delicious food to fuel yourself and your loved ones. I like that. I like that
Hmm.
answer. And I think we saw a movement towards that people wanted to handle some of their stress with foods in the garden and with their garden, spending time in the garden. Oh, Jake's came in. Hey, J3GS. There's the healing garden. Thank you, Shawnee. I heard Diva say you put it up. Oh, that's
Yeah.
sweet. Thank you, Jakes. But let me go on to the next one, then we can chit chat after. And then
I
I think
wanted
this is
to.
actually the last one. So go ahead, Diva.
No, I think I should have brought it up with the last one, but no, I can address it when we're finished.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
yeah.
We're almost. This is the last one. The last one is native plants in place of yards. And I think they mean like in place of grass because your yard's still going to be there. It's basically replacing, and they go on to say replacing clean cut lawns or sections of the yard with native plants. And you can just search, like we talked about on my live about your university extension. You can search there your native plants that you can put into your landscaping, and you can look up native plant landscaping for your area or your state. or native plant gardening and backyard biodiversity. Sometimes you can even get a certificate if you do really well from your extension service. Your local extensions, they'll come and they'll verify your yard as a native landscape or a native yard, or even a butterfly pollinating yard. Like they have all these little like encouraging ways to get people to grow something other than just grass, which I thought was nice. And I thought we saw, in my opinion, we saw that happen this year. I think they were right about that too. What about you guys? Did you see a lot of that in your area, or did you feel that gardening like you wanted to pull in some more natives?
You know, I don't have many natives in my yard.
Yeah.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 that I know of plants, or plant types in my yard. I would like to have more. As a matter of fact, today, with the seed library group, I was in a meeting, and there's a couple that have converted their whole yard into natives up here, and they're
Wow.
very into it. And the seed library gives out native seeds, native plant seeds as well.
Wonderful.
But you know, one of the things about growing natives from seed is it takes a little more patience. They are a little harder to get established, but once they're established, you
Right.
know, they're pretty
Mhm.
tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
They hang
Mhm.
on.
A lot of them have to be cold stratified, so you have to,
Sure.
you know, put them in the refrigerator or sprinkle them out in the winter time or
Mhm.
winter sow them.
For your zone, are you talking about as far as for the northern zones? Because yeah.
For the native plants up here. Probably even in Maureen, you probably have some natives too that need to be cold stratified
Right.
in your zone.
Possibly. Possibly.
Definitely for Shawnee and I, definitely.
Yeah. For those watching for the first time and meeting Robin Gardens, she's in Chicagoland, and that's what she's referring to up into that area. When you're looking at your native plants, you need to cold stratify them. I know if we grow stone fruit down here, if we hope to, you stratify those, and that's the same thing I believe with our garlic. We have to stratify it. Lavender would require it, but I've never seen it grow here, except for at the big box stores, and then you bring it home, and it's like, why'd you buy me? Because I'm just gonna die in like 2 weeks. No matter what you try to keep me alive. Yeah.
Oh, Shawnee, native
I'm just
dandelion.
It's for sure. Like, oh, cheaply place? What do you mean cheaply? You mean like plastic? Like you see sometimes in older neighborhoods, they just put out plastic pics. No, that would kill you. I'm just teasing. Oh, okay. Clover in the grass. Native dandelions. Hey, there you go. Dandelions are native, and you can use them. Absolutely. Teas and everything.
See,
Medicine.
I absolutely have more natives then, because I have dandelions and clover and violets.
Yes, purslane's great down here. Will purslane grow there in Shawnee? We love our purslane here.
Yep,
We
personally.
see we see it every time we turn over our soil. Well, that concludes just that. I think they were pretty much right on the money. They got a lot of the trends right for this year. So that was from Good Housekeeping, and that was the trends for spring. I'm interested to see what they'll do for autumn, to see where they think like we're heading for, our fall plants and winter crops. But I'm going to pull that down. And Deaver, what were you going to mention about the? I think we were
I think it was
right.
I think talking about that the Victory Garden and just seeing the differences in people over these last few years where they are growing more. And I was just, I think I was talking about it last week with you ladies backstage, was, there is a really, there is a need out there for people who maybe don't want to garden, they work full time. And so you could, do different levels of garden consulting. So even if you go, I'm just going to set you up, you have a price for a garden bed that's going to have some of those things that they could have, just like a kitchen garden with some herbs and some fresh lettuce, cut and come again, some spinach, whatever they want, and then set it up for them. Either set it up or even just bring them the items, because that's, they go, there is $1 billion industry that the orange, the orange box store, the blue box store, and the big box store, and that they all get. And it's like, why not start yourself a small business where you're actually helping people, bring food to their own homes, helping them make small victory gardens, and that.
Yes, they have to water their own
like
stuff.
There is a.
Yeah. I took that lady's
No, you're not
course.
caring for it. You're just.
No, you're not caring for it. Yeah. Although you can offer that if they're close by as an add-on. The way she makes a lot of money, that lady who teaches that course, is she ended up designing a lot of her stuff, and it's got like a 300% markup. Like her archways and things that she sells along with. But it's a great idea because, like you said, and just like what you were going to do with the small salsa gardens, like now that you've made your salsa out of what you've grown, you'll be able to start timing it to where you can make smaller gardens for people to take home with their starts. And have a salsa garden. Yes, they are. Victory Gardens are back, baby. Hey, welcome in. Boats Are Live in the Garden. So tonight, the edible that I have, some of you have already seen before, but I saw it and some people haven't seen it. This fruit here. This little fruit here.
Or no?
Nope, not dragon fruit. But hey, that's a good name for it because it's really weird. Thank you, Miss Diva. Any other guesses from the side chat? Because some of you have seen me, I think, pull this. Bowtie probably knows what this is. This is called a rambutan. And it's like a lychee.
Rambutan.
You bite it, pop it open, and then you've got, it's almost the texture of a skinless grape.
Wow.
Lychees have like a rose.
So even
kind of
when you go to bite it, it's not weird to have all that prickly in your mouth.
But it's soft. It's not hard. You can still do it with a knife, but I didn't have my knife out. I had my mouth. I always have my mouth.
You always have your mouth. That's great. I don't always have my little pocket knife, but my mouth is always handy.
When you say things and realize
I don't leave home without it.
One thing, if you find these in the store and you pick them, make sure the outside is not all going like brown. You want them to still kind of have the red, fleshy kind of outside look. If they're turning brown, they're getting bad on the inside. I would say that these don't have as much flavor, but it could be because they were shipped here. They're not homegrown as lychee. Lychee grows here. I'm trying to find out where. Oh, it says it. Guatemala. These were at the.
I agree. Storms.
Right?
Oh,
it
cool.
Does.
Storm says, looks like it grows in the ocean. It does. It really does.
It's pretty fleshy, though.
Oh,
there's the
Shawnee.
speed flesh ratio.
Yeah, just hold it there for a second so we can focus on it.
She forgot her knife and
Shawnee had her mouth. She had her mouth with her as well. That was good. Good thing she had her mouth.
I'm dying. The Logans are smaller, Shawnee, than the lychee or the rambutan. Logan has also, when you eat a Logan, it's thin and the shell is more like crumbly. Like it can just crumble kind of like a dry leaf compared to something like this. This is thicker. I'll show you the skin. And usually, I think these were imported originally. I thought they were imported originally from India because a lot of the families who are from, we can take me off. You can bring everybody. How did you do that? Bring everybody back up. The families from India were very familiar with this fruit that are local, like our local families who have moved from India knew about rambutan.
So Janet is, I am a no to that fruit. And Miss Sharon says, looks like something that I would not put into my mouth. And Shawnee wants to know what you're going to do with the skin. And Miss Sharon, again, she doubles down on her comment saying, nope.
Probably can go right into a hole in my backyard, Shawnee. It's just like, any kind of other fruit waste. Okay, the other thing, I prefer lychee too because the seeds don't peel. Like sometimes the inner seed on the rambutan will leave like that inside, and I don't like that. But I just thought it would be a neat one for people who hadn't seen it. It's still got a lot of flesh to it. It's so unusual.
Very cool.
It's not something I bought that for you guys so you guys could see it. The mangosteen was bought for me when I did that one because mangosteen's delicious.
This is the show and eat portion of the live.
Show and eat.
I think I'd taste it, but I definitely would use a knife to go through the.
Oh, I was like, you know what? Let me just get through this. I don't know. I just wasn't thinking knife. I was thinking I have a mouth. Let me use my mouth. And I rinsed them before. The other thing for what I bought, but I didn't really buy because I'm in that Vine program now on Amazon. You guys have to see this weird pitchfork. I'm so glad I got a pitchfork, but wait till you see it. It's the strangest thing. You guys tell me if you ever got one that has tines that look like this.
Wow.
Yeah, it doesn't have a handle yet. I haven't put it together, but these are the tines. The most, I'm not sure if I'm going to trust this job on the welding. It should be okay, but it looks a little janky, would be my word. Janky welding.
Let me put you up.
Here's the janky.
Let me make you big.
Blow me up.
That is some janky.
But here's.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Isn't that funky? But I got it because I was thinking.
That's very nice decoration.
Yeah, for leverage for my bulbed plants. Like it won't hurt them as much as maybe my regular fork.
So how does it go into the handle?
It's one of those ones that looks like it's going to pop in. I haven't put it together yet because I have to show all this stuff in my pictures, Robin. Okay. Oh, no, it's got screws. It's got screws and nuts and screws. So it comes with a little...
Okay.
Yeah, nuts and bolts. Nuts and bolts and a little tool. And then it's got... The handle's kind of nice, though. The handle has, like, got a little control leverage there. And we'll see how it works. I'll probably do a short on it. They don't require me to do anything like that. But it does, it'll end up going together. Here, sorry, David. It'll look like that.
Well, the tines are very interesting because they're crossed.
Right.
And then, forked. That's cool.
Yes. So it's kind of like for lifting, maybe for picking things up. Like if you're trying to not totally take it out or harm it. I would think this would be like a more delicate fork to use. Like, I mean, for a delicate situation, that would be the fork to use. The other thing I got, which I don't have in here, I got a broad fork, but it's nothing like the meadow creature from David the Good. It's, like its cheaper cousin. What did I miss? I shared a snippet of my discovery on my post page. It was kind of funny. It actually said a prayer for me. Oh, I'm missing side chat comments over here. What?
So your broad fork, is it one of those ones that's short or is it, wide?
The broad fork. All right, hold on. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll go get the top of it at least so I can show you it.
Yeah,
I don't know why I didn't bring it in here.
Those broad forks are very interesting, and the little the little mini ones, I think are particularly interesting because you could get them in between things to,
Right. Oh, no, this is wider. I'll bring it. You'll see it.
Okay.
It's not as big as like what I've seen David the Good use before, but I'm still happy about it. I almost removed myself.
So did you do anything fun today, Maureen?
Nope. Nope, I didn't do anything fun. I made bread, and I have one of the students that comes, like I'm a contractor to the conservatory that goes through the college, so I have one student that comes, and then because we've been doing, or this past week I took out about 6 or 8 bags of tomatoes out of the freezer and boiled them all up, and then I made a batch of tikka masala again, and then also I found a different ketchup recipe, but I've made the ketchup and it is so good. It tastes like it reminds me of diner ketchup, like from when we were kids.
Oh, good.
And very, very little ingredients, and then so that's going to be canned tonight too. Like they're doing. My daughter's friend Sydney is over here, and she made this. She was going to make bone broth, but she ended up turning it into a beef stock, and so they're canning that up for her, and then they're going to can up the ketchup.
Great.
So it's
Nice.
yeah. So and then I'm here. So it was just a typical busy Friday where it's like I don't stop. So I did do a huge picking of tomatoes. So it's like, sure, we took all of them out of the fridge freezer, and I took some out of the deep freeze, and then what was in the deep freeze was 8 more bags of tomatoes. So those went into the white fridge. And now in my living room is another 3 boxes of ripening tomatoes.
Oh, wow.
And so there's still more tomatoes out at the farm.
Wow.
So it's yeah.
Lots of
And I
tomatoes.
brought in 5 big Georgia candy roasters. My wagon was almost completely full of tomatoes, that it was like, I can only take what is what desperately needs to come now. So there is probably another 5 kushas out there, and it's like, I can't take you. There's just no way I can get it all into my thing. So yeah, there's more tomatoes.
Are they huge kushas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Similar to what I've been bringing in, that between 9 and 13 pounds.
Wow.
So they're still
babies, like toddler.
Just like little babies. Yeah. So so one thing I did do, because I had done, Marissa had done the salsa while I was gone, and she had done some grape juice, and so it was still sitting on the counter. The tikka masala was and so then I went and started reorganizing my larder, because we're going to be bringing in probably another, I don't know, 50, 60 jars in the next couple of weeks. And so it's like, I need to go through and reorganize and see what do we have? What don't we have? Right. And so here is another interesting thing. Actually, I'll talk about it on my live tomorrow. It's fine. Just about canning and stuff. What do you got there, Miss Carol?
This is the broad fork, so it's in between. It's exactly that big. That's the broad fork.
That's big. That's a big one.
And as I was coming in, I'm so glad I had myself muted, because you would have heard some 4-letter words, because the thing dropped on my toe.
Oh no!
And it wasn't the whole thing, thank God.
Oh
this is
no!
Heavy. Like, these are the parts. I haven't taken it apart until I can take pictures. I don't take it apart.
It's a 2-handler one?
The handle, actually, yes, it's a 2-handler, and this handle came out of the plastic and went bam right down my
Oh, at least it wasn't the tines.
Yes,
Oh,
thank God. Oh my gosh, no, I would be like, I gotta go if
Oh
it was a
my
Tine.
gosh.
yeah.
Ouch.
I have to go to
I
the
saw.
hospital now.
I
I would like
was.
one of those forks.
I couldn't believe it when I saw it there. I was like, yes, I'll take that. Hurry up and take that because stuff goes so fast. It's really good.
That's
I saw this, David, and that's why I was showing these while you were chatting because I saw his. There's our huge bowl today, David, and I threw out some of these because I think my little guy is going up and going and putting it back in the bowl, like taking a little nibble, and because I found, and he's done that before when I've had a bowl of fruit. It's like I just find an apple and it's got a full mouth like of teeth in there. And I'm like, oh, wonder who could have done that. Definitely not my husband. Yeah, Hannah knows better. Malachi. Badass Dang, welcome in. 93 Stang. He said he's going to work on that sports car while he's listening. Don't rub it in. What?
I don't know if I said
Anyway.
wagon right.
Wagon?
I think that's how you say it. Wagon. But is it wagon? Wagon. Wagon. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. And Janet wants to know, Dave, did you eat your
How did you
three
cook
string
that, Dave?
beans?
Yes. How'd you?
Oh, he did say he replied. We did. I ended up having a couple yard long beans, and I found a second bean shortly after the first one. So everybody got to eat that day. How nice.
I was actually trying to pull video off of my security camera because I actually did get outside today, which I haven't been able to much because we keep getting rain. And by the time Darren's home, it's like either we're getting rain or it's just disgusting because we've gotten rain that I just don't want to be out there with the bugs and the grossness. But I moved things around because he was going to mow the lawn. And I'm like, let me see what I've got. My security camera needs some help because there's some gaps in there. Like you'll see me going over this way and then there's nothing. And then you'll see me arrive somewhere else, like from somewhere. It's like very glitchy. And then I just stop being out there altogether. And my husband comes out to mow the lawn. And I'm like, where is all the things I was doing security cam? So yeah, I need a second security cam out there because one is just not reliable. Oh yes, questioning how I say wagon. Gardner in Minnesota. Is it like rut? Rut?
Yeah, I don't know how I.
What? I know we're gonna have to have one of those.
No, she says root.
One of those.
Rut. Oh yeah, she says
rut. She says rut instead of root.
Like R-U-T.
Yeah, rut. I love it. We do a rut count in Shawnee Gross. Question how you say a lot of things. Yes, we should do Bowtie. You know the words usually. Yes, you're on top of that. You should do like that for Diva and Shawnee and I and Robin, and you could join the panel and just show the word, and we just kind of all say it. But we hear each other.
How do you say this word in your native tongue?
Yes. How do you pronounce this word? Yes. Thank you, Miss Sharon. But yeah, that was it's been interesting with I have to say, joining the Vine program. Like those were some of the great stuff so far that I did get. I've gotten a few things for the kids, for a friend. I'm probably going to reach out and do that for friends. There's a lot of, it's funny. I'm sure, badass would not want the parts, but there's parts for cars a lot. Like if somebody needs a small part for a car, you might want to, you do? Okay. You're going to have to tell me what part, because yes, ma'am.
No, I'm putting my hand up for a question.
Go ahead.
No, I don't need a part.
Yes,
I need a question.
Yes.
Oh, what is it that you're speaking about?
Oh, the Vine program.
I don't know what this program is.
Pop it up. It's an invite only program to Amazon where they contact you and ask you if you'd like to be a part of this program. Let me see if I can pull it up. Can I get rid of this one? Stop the screen. Yes. Okay. Let me bring it up. I have it open because I still have to get one more thing. And I only have like 22 minutes. Here it is. Okay. So they contact you and you basically are getting all this stuff for free on Amazon Vine. And it's ridiculous, like the difference in all the stuff. Like they have a
Okay.
variety of things that you can pick from, but it's only it's like you don't get to search all of Amazon. They make recommendations for you. They took my recommendations away for the day because it'll restart tomorrow. Available for all, they'll have something, but this is where they stock all their items, and you just never know what you're going to see in here. Like if somebody has a colostomy, let me know, because there's a lot of colostomy stuff on here for some reason. Like medical stuff I've found on here, a lot of medical parts for cars, like replacements for computers. So some of it is you have to have that item in order to fix it, but then you saw I had the broad fork, and there's clothing, and there's jewelry. And when you first start, you can only pick up to 3 items, and that's where I am. I'm in beginning level, or up to $100 you spend in that 24-hour period. So, hey, I grew up in Boca, and I loved shopping when I was young. So me getting to spend like $100 every day, I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. Sure. And all I have to do is write a review, an honest review about the product. And they prefer that you take pictures or video. And yeah. Thank you, Shawnee. Put it all up there. I didn't even have to say all that. Yes. Exactly.
Oh, that's awesome, Carol.
Yeah.
So I felt very blessed considering all these bills were coming in. And I was like, oh, fuck, I'm going to have no spending money with all these new bills. And yeah, and exactly. And things for pets. It's weird because they do send me things, like, because they know I buy my vitamins on there, but they'll send me vitamins and I'm like, who's that made by? Where's that made? Just because it's a vitamin, that doesn't mean that I'm going to try that and put that in my body. Like, nah. Yes, photos or video or text. Yeah, they prefer video or photos. That's what I understood. Barry, you got the kitty cats? Are those kitty cat ears, or are you pointing to? Oh, but my mom says it's the same way Shawnee does. Oh, your mom says it the same way Shawnee does, if we're still on the pronunciation.
So if you do a video for let's say that broad fork, on the, will it be able to be shown on that as a review?
I don't think they'll do it like that. It's usually a clip. I don't think they would show, maybe a short. If I did a short on the product and they show, yeah, maybe. And then that would be, I don't know if they would show though anything that would have my like icon or anything. Cause you just, yeah, totally gave me that idea. I would have my channel up on Amazon. Ew, wow.
Clicked on products where it's, it's definitely a customer review video.
Yeah, I have that right now too. I had, and if I'm getting it, then probably Diva and Shawnee will get it. You might get it. It usually goes in groups. It's for a hummingbird feeder. Did you guys get that one? The asking if you want to review a hummingbird or collaborate. But I'm like, well, what's this collaboration? Are you offering? Like, are you paying me, or is it just the product? It's just the product. But it's a beautiful bird. Beautiful hummingbird feeder. Go ahead.
Those little videos are good because people are pretty doggone honest,
Yes.
where sometimes others are pretty flowery.
Yeah.
Because I was buying a mid-century modern chair, a 3-legged chair. And, I really wanted to know more about it since I couldn't touch it and feel it ahead of time. And those little videos really were helpful.
Yeah, I do the same thing as looking for the reviews when I'm on Amazon and look for the like honest ones. I'm always looking for first the negative ones. If I see that it's got a lower number, I'll usually go right to those negative ones. And then if they look somewhat legit, what I'll do is I try to see it in order, like the reviews in order. And if I notice that it has a negative review and then all of a sudden it's got 5-star review right behind it, I'm like, yeah, no, they're bumping up their score. So I'll usually move on away from that item. Cool. I'm glad we could inspire you, Bowtie. Yeah, you're going to do that eating challenge. That's so crazy. And we have pronounced words. Hey, you can't steal my pronounced words. No. That's here. No, ma'am. No, sir. I just saw that. No, that's fine. Go ahead. That's fine. Yeah, you gotta also get their slang too. What they say when their mouths are burning up. They might not be able to put it on your channel.
What's Bowtie? What is the Scoville on a Dorset Naga?
Oh wait, question? Can you say?
Is that one of those crazy in the millions kind of Scoville?
Exactly, Shawnee. I don't know if I can. Wouldn't that be funny? Why don't you head on over and see my full review in video on my channel on YouTube? No, they'd probably cut me out right out of that program. They'd be like, "You're done. You're done." I don't want to like put this, goodie box at risk.
Holy schmoly!
Deals.
I think is 800 to 1,600.
Oh my! What's a jalapeno?
Sure, it's 1,600,000, isn't it? Or no? 800,000 to
1,600,000. What's a regular? What's like a regular jalapeno?
30,000 Scoville.
Is that? Oh heck no! I wouldn't touch a Scoville. Or the other Naga. No. No. I like to taste things like as they are. Yeah, no. Oh no, Bowtie. Yikes. Of course you're working up to that, right? Because going from jalapeno to that Scoville, you could puke. I have seen people do it. I've seen people be like, I'm gonna try this and I'm gonna eat it with this person, and then all of a sudden they just teary-eyed, can't breathe.
You better have a gallon of milk ready.
Yeah, a gallon of milk and a waist basket, just in case. I imagine you're practicing. Maybe like eating things just below it. Yes. Yeah, their slang, exactly. But their slang involves words that rhyme with aunt, so be careful over there. And it's just part of language, the colorful language that we're not, as Americans, we don't say. Oh, good. You're training every single day. I can't imagine what that's what you should be video that, Bowtie. You training for it, because that would be cute for it. Like a short on right, Shawnee? For weapons. That's what it exists for weapons, Shawnee, I think. Why does that hot of a pepper exist? For weapons. For bears. It's what they put in bear spray. I know exactly. I like spicy but not burning. Me either, Ann. I like spicy but not burning.
Yeah, because
morning super.
I'm the same way, because there's a point where it's just so hot that you've burnt out all your taste buds and you're no longer tasting taste. I think the hottest thing I ever had was at a Japanese restaurant, and our friend goes, "Oh, you like hot stuff, Robin. You'll like this."
Oh
my God.
Not in any kind of Asian restaurant would I would be like, I like hot stuff, but what are you putting in?
And that was way before I knew the milk trick to cool it down. So I'm like eating rice and just anything to quiet the
just to quiet the pain. It really becomes pain.
I'm like your nostrils hurt, your tongue hurts, your lips are burning. It's just not a great experience.
No. Passamaquoddy, you could get some maybe of that hot pepper and put it in lotion and rub it on your feet, and it'll warm you right up. But yeah, that doesn't sound like fun that you're getting 54 degrees and 47 already. I remember last year you got cold before any of us did. That was for sure. Well, I won't ever get as cold as you, except for straight up into winter here. I might have a day like that. That's more like our winter anyway, 54 to 47. We might dip down below 40 a bit now, but not much. Passamaquoddy's up in New Hampshire, state of New Hampshire. They get cold quick, and they don't have much of a spring either anymore. It's really bizarre because you guys are all hot. Shawnee's hot, but the East Coast up there's certain areas that are, but they stay pretty cool. She had some hot days, but nothing like what you guys are having. I've always eaten a quarter teaspoon of hot sauce in my two scrambled eggs. I'm now up to 2 tablespoons. Wow. Let's see. Capsaicin does not damage the nerves. Yeah. It's totally a neural experience. I don't know. Everything has a contradiction, contraindication. That's what I meant to say.
Isn't Coca-Cola also something you can take to kind of neutralize the pepper if it's over the top?
I'm not sure. Pepper eating people.
I don't know.
Side chat.
Yeah, I would say probably not. Just thinking of the fizziness.
Oh my gosh,
maybe
your
if it was
tongue
flat
bled.
Coke.
Yeah, maybe flat. I know my mom used to give us flat Coke. Like if we had an upset stomach, you drank flat Coke to help coat it and make it better.
No,
you did.
Coke is a joke. I dare you thing. Oh, it amplifies the heat.
Oh no, that's bad. Yeah, I'll stick with cayenne. Your brother thought it was a good prank. That's not nice. But then again, that's a brother.
No.
That's a brother. I'll stick with the bell pepper. Yeah, I'll go to jalapeno, maybe, whatever they put in my green hot sauce that I like. Hey, Aid, welcome in. Okay, you guys so Kentucky was in the low 80s today. Now it's 61. That sounds like a nice day, though. It's been this way for weeks. That sounds nice. No, Coke is a joke. I dare you thing. Okay, so cola amplifies the heat. I never knew that. Okay. Milk or sugar? Now sugar, not sugar. Okay. Only whole, full fat milk will work. Okay. I remember
I can't drink whole fat.
Yeah,
whole
I
full.
can't. I'll be
whole
burping
fat,
and
full milk.
Nobody will want to be around me if I drink whole milk. My stomach will be I don't know why I want that hot spicy in any food. I know, I don't either. Exactly. Well, some people love
my
that.
brother likes it.
Yeah.
My brother loves it really hot. He loves Indian hot food, and when he knows that we're going to go to a place where he knows that he gets it where it's really, really hot, he will actually pre-sweat just thinking about that we're going to that restaurant.
Wow.
He'll just start seeing. We haven't even left the house, and he's like, "Look at, I'm already sweating, looking forward to that. How hot it's going to be." His body
That's
just goes
crazy. That's like your mouth watering, except for his body's strength.
His whole body waters.
His whole body waters.
He's gonna try to kill us. Let's put out the fire. Start sweating now. Start sweating now.
Oh my goodness. It's a good thing he has his mouth with him to eat that.
That's right. Take your mouth with you.
Take your mouth with you. No. She won't want, we don't want our diva to do that. We don't want it to affect any of her vocal cords or anything that hot.
No.
Sweat.
No.
Oh, you have one of those popping veins? I have one of those too. Sometimes it pops out. Wow. Well, everybody, I'd like to thank you. We're going to actually end early tonight because my husband is manager on duty this weekend, so I don't have his help tomorrow in the morning and the afternoon. It's just me and the kiddos. So I thank you for coming in. Did you guys want to announce anything going on over at your channels before I give it a good night? I want to thank Miss Stephen, Dirt, Maureen Washington, my co-host, and Robin for coming in and helping us in the beginning. Thank you, Robin Gardens. Always a pleasure,
Yes.
both of you, and also our Shawnee Grows and our chat. You guys are awesome. The members, thank you so much, my members. I will have something else planned for you. All the membership people almost had changed except for a core group of you. I wanted to actually name you and my list disappeared. I had my list up and it's gone. So I'm just going to say a nice thank you. And I will get that up soon. Maybe I'll even have it in my posts. So thank you so much. Thank you for supporting my channel. And we will see you hopefully over on Diva in the Dirt tomorrow night, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific. I always want to say specific instead of Pacific.
Specific. Yeah, I will know mid-morning or mid-afternoon. Well, actually, no. Tomorrow, I am on the Urban Gardeners live stream. So at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I will be a guest on his show. Not sure. I am planning on doing my live tomorrow night, but I have my daughter who is she's driving in for one day to come and pick up the last of her belongings. And I'm just going to say that she's doing me a favor. She told me last night, I'm doing you a favor by coming all this way to take that stuff out so that you can put your plants back in your studio. She's doing me a favor.
Oh, it should be fun.
Well,
we'll
doing you a
see how
favor
it
by not
goes.
putting your stuff out on the lawn. Yeah, so it depends
Maybe we'll
on
be
how
watching a match then tomorrow night on your channel. Will you just film that where you're locking her in a headlock?
I was like, yeah, thanks for doing me a favor by coming and getting your stuff out of my house. I appreciate that. Big favor for me. So I will know. It just depends on when she's leaving because she does have to catch ferry. And but I think I can go ahead and just do the live anyway. I think I should be able to be fine.
Yeah.
But I'll know once she hits
You'll
the road.
do her a favor by letting her move it out herself and you sit down and watch her. All right, everybody. Hopefully we'll see Diva there tomorrow night, but tomorrow you can catch her over at
But
the
if
Urban
not,
Gardener.
you'll see me tomorrow at 11 a.m. on Urban Gardener. Yeah, sorry. Thank you. 11 a.m. Pacific.
And please head over to Robin Gardens and Shawnee Grows and check out the videos that they have up right now. They've got great stuff. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye.